Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules over on this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify everything that you learn, whether it's here on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule of life. So getting into the video. This video is going to be about an article that I came across the other day, and it's actually some shocking news, and it's shocking to me, and I'm sure once I read through the news article, it would be shocking to you as well. Now, this comes from PYMNTS.com, and I've read articles from PYMNTS.com before in the past, and I like sharing information from all news sites, whether it's Payments, CNBC, Forbes, wherever I can find information on credit card news and credit scores. I'm going to share it with you all. And I did a video the other day with Tasha from Major Change Group. Shout out to Tasha. And in that video, she asked me, why do I share the news over on this channel? And I let her know on the regular news, credit card news and credit score news are not at the top of the news. And most people watch the news for whatever it is that's going on at the top of the news. Now, of course, some people, they sit and they watch through the whole 30-minute episode of the news, but for the most part, most people are only watching the first 10 to 15 minutes or so. And they put the information about credit cards and credit scores or financial news usually towards the end of the news. So a lot of people are not able to see it. So I decided to bring it to you all through my videos. And of course, I'm not the originator of the news. I'm simply sharing the news just like the news station. So that's why I like to bring the news to you all. That way you all can know what's going on. Of course, it's up to you to take in the information, decide whether or not it's something that you consider important or not. But I decided to bring it to the forefront because I want all of you to know what's going on, especially in relation to credit cards and credit scores. So we're going to get right into the article right now. It says 81% of credit curious consumers are interested in secured cards to build credit. And this is done by PYMNTS, and it was published on December 13, 2024. The article reads, 53 million U.S. consumers don't have a credit card and are known as credit outsiders. This diverse group includes both younger people seeking to build credit and older cautious consumers. A PYMNTS intelligent report, quote unquote, prime candidates for secure credit cards include young and wealthy consumers, in collaboration with Attilio, illustrates how secure credit cards present a solution for these consumers, offering a controlled entry into the credit market. It also outlines strategies for financial institutions to target these segments, particularly those looking to obtain a credit card for the first time. Now, what's interesting to me is 53 million Americans don't have a credit card, and I always talk to people about that. I always let people know, like, hey, everyone who comes by here is not pro credit card. Because some people, they assume that everyone is pro credit card. I think on a lot of videos when I tell the news, you can look in the comments and you can see that there are people that come by that are not pro credit card. And the people who don't have credit cards in general are called credit card outsiders. That's what they consider them and call them. But there are a lot of them, as you're going to find out in this article, there are a lot of them who are considering signing up and applying for a credit card. And the type of credit card that they're considering applying for is a secured card. Now, they're going to list and name the reasons why these people are interested in secured cards. So you want to stick by for the full article, of course. But there are multiple things in this article that are shocking to me. And I'm sure they may come off and be shocking to you as well. So we're going to get further into the article and I'm going to let you know what that is. So let's get into it. As you can see on the screen, they have a chart. And the chart is showing interest in getting a secured credit card. And the interesting thing about this chart is how they break down who's interested in signing up for a secured credit card. You have people who are interested for the first time. You have people who are second chancers. You have people who are new nevers, meaning people who never had a credit card. And you also have people who are curious. And that's what this chart shows. So if you look at the chart, it's very interesting how this thing works. And I'm happy that they do studies on this so that we can know what goes on with people considering signing up for a secured credit card. But we're going to get further into it because, as I stated, there's something interesting in this article that may shock you all. So let's get further into it. It says, distinct consumer segments exist within the category of credit card outsiders, according to the report. These groups, such as second chancers, individuals who previously had a credit card but lost it, and credit curious consumers, those who have never had a credit card, show interest in secured credit cards to build or rebuild credit. The data is clear. 81% of second chancers and credit curious consumers express interest in secured cards, reflecting their openness to using this tool for credit management. Even consumers who are less inclined toward credit, such as gone for goods and never nevers, with no immediate plans to use credit cards, still show some interest, about 25% in each group. Secured credit cards provide a controlled environment for these cautious consumers to rebuild their financial stability and manage emergencies. With clear terms and lower risk than traditional credit cards, secured cards represent an attractive option, especially for those looking for a safer alternative. Now, you heard what they stated. A lot of people, they're considering secured credit cards over traditional cards because they say it's less risk. And when you really think about it, it is less risk because with secured cards, the credit limit is usually capped. With a lot of secured cards, the banks, they don't allow you to go over a specific amount as far as the deposit that you could put down for a credit limit. Also, when you factor in with a secured card, most people are using their deposit to fund their credit limit. So you're basically using your own money. So if you mess around and you mess up with your secured card, you just lose out on your own money that you deposited. And that's why they consider it to be lower risk. It's usually a lower credit limit and you're using your own money as your deposit for the most part, because like I stated, I ran into a deal when I first started off where if I spent $300, my bank gave me a $500 credit limit on my secured card. I don't know if they're still doing that, but that's the type of deal that I ran into. So there is a possibility that you can have a credit limit that's more than what you deposited, but I'm not sure if they're still doing that. But I know back when I did it, I did deposit $300 on my bank secured card and they gave me a credit limit of $500. It was a special deal that they mailed to me and I hopped on it because I was like, hey, I need another secured card and this is something good to hop on. So as I always tell people, I started my journey with 2 secured cards. First, I had to discover its secured card and then I got one with my bank. But let's get further into the article. Demographic trends. Younger consumers and higher income individuals are particularly drawn to secured credit cards. Among Generation Z and Millennial credit card outsiders, 61% and 67% respectively express interest in secured cards. These groups view secured cards not just to establish credit, but as a tool for managing larger purchases and achieving long-term financial goals, such as qualifying for loans or mortgages. Additionally, higher income consumers, those earning more than $100,000 annually, show even greater interest, with 69% expressing desire for secured cards. According to the report, this demographic values the structured approach secured cards provide, helping them avoid the risks associated with traditional credit cards while also allowing more flexible financial management. In contrast, lower income consumers earning less than $50,000 show less enthusiasm, with only 41% indicating interest. Now that's the shocker. That's what I wanted you all to pay attention to in this article because this is a shocker to me. And I'll admit, I assume that a lot of the people who do apply and have interest in secured credit cards are people with income that's lower than $50,000 a year. However, this article just proved that thought to be wrong, with them saying 69% of the people who have interest in secured credit cards have an annual income of $100,000 or more. That's shocking to me. Now, once they explain why those people have an interest in secured credit cards more than traditional cards, it started to make sense. But it still was shocking because with secured credit cards, you are under the belief of these are people who more than likely need more income, and that's why they're having issues with managing their credit. But it also plays into something that I always tell people, that a lot of higher income people are bad with money. A lot of them don't know how to manage money correctly, and that's why we should never assume that just because someone has high income, it means that they're good with money, because as you can see, that may not be the case. But on the other hand, a lot of them are also smart with money, because as the article stated and as the study stated, they would rather a secured card over a traditional card because it comes with less risk. And that's a shocker, but it's interesting to know. And honestly, I would have continued to assume what I was assuming previously had I not read this article. So I'm happy I came across this article. And I'm also happy that I'm able to present it to you all so that you all can know and won't make that assumption as well. But let's get further into the article. Strategies for financial institutions. So they're giving advice for the financial institutions. For financial institutions attempting to attract these credit outsiders, the key lies in understanding the motivation behind their interest in secured cards. According to the report, consumers across all age groups and income brackets seek secured cards to improve their credit scores. Nearly half of second chancers and credit curious consumers view secured cards as a potential primary payment method, helping them establish or rebuild their credit standing. To engage these consumers effectively, financial institutions should focus on offering transparent terms, low fees, and strong customer support. The goal is to build trust by positioning secured cards as tools for achieving major financial milestones, whether it's managing larger purchases or improving credit for future loans. Highlighting the benefits of secured cards as controlled, low-risk financial tool will resonate across both younger, higher income groups and more cautious older consumers. Now, this article and this report was interesting, and I'm happy I came across it. As I stated, I like to dive into the psychological aspect of credit cards and credit scores, because a lot of times, we just focus on the surface level around here. We just focus on, hey, this card has this points and this card has this value. But I like to really get into the psychological aspect and why people go after certain credit cards and why people feel a certain way about certain credit cards and why people go about a specific method in achieving a good or excellent credit score. So I just wanted to bring this article to the forefront and bring it to you all. That way you all know what goes into this, because had we not come across this article, a lot of us probably wouldn't know that so many people are interested or curious about secured credit cards versus traditional credit cards. So I'm happy that I did come across this article, and of course I'm happy that I was able to share with you all. But anyways, I currently have a poll on my channel in the post section, so be sure to swing by my post section on the homepage and participate in the current poll that I have up. I released it the other day, so participate in the poll. Also, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I did a live stream with Tasha from Major Change Group. That's an informative video. You want to head over to Major Change Group and check out that video. But anyways, if you're new around here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications, that way you don't miss a future video because I post often. That's clicking on the bell and selecting all. Also, this goes to every single one of you watching, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. It literally takes 1 second. Hit the like button. That's your way of letting the algorithm know you support this video and this channel. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by and supporting this channel. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Hey, what's going on? This is Nell from Water Your Soil. So as someone who went from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s, I decided to share the same information that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. This book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. I put everything in this book, everything that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. All of the information is in this book. So I want you all to purchase this book. A lot of you have already purchased it, but it's available currently right now on Amazon.com and also MasterCreditBook.com. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. You want this book. It has all the information needed in order for you to go from poor credit to excellent credit, or just simply maintain your good or excellent credit score. So get the book ASAP. And if you want something more in depth, you could take the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. It's more in depth. There are actually chapters in this course, and it walks you through basically how FICO credit scores come about and how they're determined. And really, once you learn how FICO scores come about and the concept of credit scores, then you're pretty much on your way to either going from poor credit to good credit, or just maintaining a good or excellent credit score. So if you want something more in depth, I have the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. All right.